Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope I find you all well. I always seem to start a video down at the bottom where it's like the least attractive. I just thought I'd come on and do like an update on life and garden really. I mean, it's the depths of winter, isn't it? So nothing's looking really great. Everything is covered in leaves. I mean, honestly, the level, I mean, look, it's buried stuff. There's just so many leaves. And but we do have a massive chestnut tree, and it is huge. So the aim is to try and scoop all these leaves up, as you can see, and use them as leaf mold. So that's the plan anyway. But I actually haven't been on here much, and I haven't been out much because I've been quite unwell. One night I had to actually go to the A&E at the request of my doctor, so I've just been trying to take it easy. I've been having like chest pains and shortness of breath, so it's not been the most of fun, and the doctor is trying to investigate like what's going on there. I think it's my endometriosis that's spread. You can get it in like your thoracic region, so up here, and it can cause chest pains and stuff. So that's what I think is happening. So that's just like, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, we just have to persevere. Endometriosis, it's no fun whatsoever. And then it sort of has a knock-on effect for fibromyalgia, which is obviously my other condition. So I'm just trying to navigate those things and then, you know, be there for my family. So yeah, you know what guys, I actually don't know what this bush is, but as you can see, it's got some really beautiful little, let me see if I can get you closer. It's got some really beautiful yellow flowers, and I just think at a time of year like right now where it's absolutely grim, it's really cheery. It's nice to see some signs of hope. I absolutely love spring, but I think this needs cutting right back. So though, after it's finished flowering, I need to actually find out what it is first and then cut it back and get it more into shape. Last year when we moved into the house, we've been here a year yesterday actually, we inherited a garden that's not been touched for 3 years. So we didn't want to start digging things up and messing with stuff. We wanted to wait and see what was here before we moved anything that's beautiful. So that's what we've been doing. So down here is pretty much, that's all stuff that's been taken out of the garden that was like a living hedge. So wildlife, hedgehogs and stuff can just live in that whole entire area. Obviously, my husband built me the compost heap, which you're aware of. We've got a little one, and then this was a bed that my son was putting flowers and stuff in. So I actually think this tree here is elderberry. We've got quite a few elderberry trees in this garden. Not massive, but small. Like that one over there, if you can see it. I think this is elderberry. And I know I've got one at the top of the garden in the corner. But pretty much everything is covered in leaves. And I've kind of just left them because it helps suppress the weeds. And as they break down into the soil, it's really good for the soil. We've got quite heavy, like clay soil. So it can only do well. And this is a bed I started this year. I mean, I think if you go back in my older videos, you'll see we had this really massive, like cord line, spiky plant here. So we've took that out because it was just, with the kids like running by and down the paths and stuff, it's just dangerous for their eyes. And I've put my Emily Bronte rose that my husband brought me in there. I've also planted some foxgloves, forget-me-nots, you can't see them now, heather. There's some bulbs in here as well. Obviously some's come up there looking lovely. So yeah, I'm just wanting to work on getting this area like a full beautiful bed, so you can't see the soil, but it's just full of plants of all like different heights, colours, and that's the plan for that bed. As we get into March, I will cut down this sedum. down to the floor and just tidy up this area. And then we have had so many winds and we've had snow. We had like 10 centimetres of snow and we was away, so things got destroyed. As you know, we put plastic on the top of the greenhouse, just plastic sheeting, and as the snow went on, it all collapsed in. So we are going to change that to like polycarbonate at some point, but it's cheap and it does the job at the moment. And then this, as we are aware, is my fruit cage. So this has got like blueberries, as you know, it's the pink ones, strawberries in there. I've actually brought 2 bare root blueberries, you know, just the normal blueberries, so they can be planted. It's just so cold out here, guys, honestly. I'm in my coat, it's freezing, my hands are freezing. And yeah, so that's that really. I mean, everything's quite desolate and dead. This is what winter looks like. But we've got a peony down there I've cut back, and you know, this is the kids. But I'm really surprised with the things that have overwintered, like this verbena. Like, I'm so surprised at this. And snapdragons, which is really weird really, because they're normally annuals, but it turns out in this garden, even like salvia, like how does that overwinter? That's pretty amazing to me. But as you can see, we've got terrible problems with bamboo, and me and my husband have been trying to decide like how we're going to tackle it, whether we take everything out of these beds here. Sorry guys, I'm getting over a cold as well. Over these beds here, and take the plants out and then completely dig down all underneath. But that's a massive job, and it is spreading all over the garden, and the sad thing is it was already here, so I don't really know. I can see it popping up over the other side of the garden as well, which ain't great. But obviously I have my apple trees that I planted in the spring last year when we moved in. This one is Cox's Orange Pippin, and that one's Granny Smith, but they need repotting on this year into bigger pots. I nearly brought a cherry tree today and I didn't, and now I'm thinking I wish I did, so I might have to go back and buy that, because I really want a cherry tree. And I might get plums as well, because I just like that whole idea of going to your garden and like picking things and just eating it. I love that. And then, as you know, I've got an allotment. I'll put the video up on here if you want to go find it and take a look. So that's exciting this year, and I'm going to take you guys along for that journey. I am going to get on and upload tomorrow a reading from the book that we're reading, Return of the Gods, because we've finished the Death's Door one. So I'll get Return of the Gods uploaded, and there's some other books obviously I want to start reading. So yeah, I'm going to continue with that, but I love taking you along with the garden stuff. I love gardening, and it's just therapeutic. But like now, when it's so cold, it's really hard to do that, and it really exacerbates my symptoms of my fibromyalgia, so I don't spend too much time out in the cold. So this year we've planted loads of bulbs, but I really do want to really make the most of the beds that we've got in. And I even like planted some bulbs in here, some alliums, and then covered them, and in that one too, so I can place them like on the table or something in the garden. But it's just pretty chill at the moment. I'm not cutting anything back yet because of wildlife living in them, because we've got these allium which actually might have some season, so there's new shoots coming down, but they are saying we're getting snow, so I don't really want to cut back, because those stems will protect what's lower with all the new shoots. Plus little insects and stuff actually live in flower heads that are dead, so I don't really want to cut those back yet. But this is another place where we've got extremely bad bamboo, and please don't ever plant bamboo in the ground. It is a menace. So I think we're going to cut all of this right back to the fence. That's the farmer's field. Obviously you've seen we have sheep and cows in there. I think we're just going to cut that right back, except the roses that are in here. I've planted actually 2 roses in here. and take it right back to the fence. We cut down one of these and then these sprouted, so I've actually been cutting some of these bottom shoots out because I want that bed. I think I'm gonna have to try and get my husband to like dig it out or something. And this is also an area that we haven't worked on this last year, so we are going to get all of this in shape, cut some of this stuff down because we don't want it to block our view from the bedroom, because it's really nice view from the bedroom. So yeah, there is a lot to be done. I know I mentioned in the other one we had rats that was appearing in the garden, but we had pest control out and he's actually laid traps, but we'll see how that goes. He's only been on his first visit. And when I mentioned the snow we had, look at my leeks. They've absolutely just squashed everything. It's just so sad in here. And they was doing really well. But, I mean, some of them are actually still growing. So, I don't know. I think the really squashed ones I might just pull out. And in here, these are leeks, spring onions, and a random carrot that I've clearly forgot to take out. But I swear the kids would still eat those, just washed and chew them. But the squirrel comes in there and he terrorizes it. And then I've got all these foxgloves that need to be planted out. And then my greenhouse is a complete disaster zone. It's a disaster zone, guys. So in here, I mean, all of this was covered in snow. The roof collapsed, so I had snow. It was all on my lavender, and obviously that doesn't like sitting in wet and cold. So I took it out, but it's still sitting in wet and cold. But you know, there's quite a lot there. If any survived, I'll be very happy about that. These are lupins. They need to be cut back because there's actually some new shoots coming on them. But obviously they was all thriving until the snow incident, so these need to be cut back. And there's some dahlias, and these are trees. These are actually lilac trees. I've grown them from seed. I'm so happy. Do the thing. And these are honeysuckle, so I actually need to water them. They're really dry. And then I've grown some cuttings from last year, some salvia. I'm gonna give some to my mother-in-law though. And then they was echinacea, and I'm hoping they come back, but and then all the cabbages that I was growing, and I mean, look at that. Out of all the cabbages I was growing, I have one that's surviving and actually doing okay. All of these need to go down to the compost heap. So, but me and my husband was talking last night, and the floor, we're gonna go put some gravel down, so it's, you know, nice, clean and clear. So we're just gonna put gravel down, and then outside the greenhouse where it can get really slushy and horrible, we are going to put some slabs, I think, and some gravel down there. But funnily enough, these are lettuce that I planted, and yeah, they've come up and they're actually doing okay. But yeah, guys, this is probably the one. I think it's a cauliflower, to be fair. This is the only one. That's all the rest of them are ridiculous. So I've got some tidying to do, but until I feel a bit better, I'm just trying to take it easy. And before you know it, I need to come out here, wash all these tops of this shelf down so it's all fresh. Has that collapsed? Yeah. Sorry guys. Wash all these tops down and just get it all clean and, you know, just a bit better and ready. Wash them all down with some soapy water. And because I've got some seeds to plant, I have started off broad beans, sweet pepper and cayenne pepper, because their seasons are really long. I've brought some jalapeno seeds which I want to plant, so I have got things that I need to be doing. I just need to get on and do them. But really I'm going to start all my tomatoes and everything in February, but they won't be out here, it's too cold. I will start them off indoors. So it's about to be that time in a garden grower's life where the window ledges are covered in seeds. But as you can see my breath, it is so cold today. But yes guys, so just wanted to really just come on and let you know what I've been up to and what I'm doing, and have a quick look around the garden that is dying. But it will all be back and it'll all look right. I've just got to get there. We are expecting winds and rains, or I don't know, snow. You can never quite predict it, can you? So I'm not going to do anything I think this month, but yeah, I really do need to get things done and sorted, because I sit there in the house looking out at it and thinking you really do need to get a move on and do something out there, because it's just looking so untidy. So I really am going to have to do it. However, I think I'm going to do it in February. I'm actually going on Wednesday to see Monty Don. It's like an evening with Monty Don. If you don't know who he is, he's like can you say a horticulturalist? He's a well-known gardener here in England, well, in the UK really. He does a show called Gardener's World, and I think he's been doing that for many years. So I'm going with my mother-in-law. My husband treated us for Christmas, but Monty was ill, so we had to rearrange. So that's on Wednesday. So I'm so super excited to go for food with my mother-in-law, and then go to see what Monty's got to say about gardening, and just, yeah, it'd be a nice way to spend the evening. I haven't done anything like that in such a long time. So thank you for listening to me ramble and walk around the garden. It is very cold, so I'm going to go in now. When I sow some seeds and stuff, I can just do a quick video and bring you guys along with me, because I love watching people do stuff like that. So if there's people out there that enjoy that too, you can join me for when I do that. Thank you so much for watching. I will upload a video, Lord being willing, tomorrow for reading, and let's get that book finished, because we've been reading that a very long time, and then get some more like gardening content up and stuff. I'm not good at editing videos, so it is what it is until I can figure it all out. Thank you so much guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.